Good evening, and welcome back to the Already Canceled podcast. My name's Chris. That's Christian, and that's Orlando. Again, we're missing Leo, but he's going through some stuff. Not really, but tonight is going to be a special kind of podcast. We asked some of our viewers, some questions. Not that we have run out of topic ideas already, but we just wanted to get an insight of what you guys, were thinking, and maybe you guys want the opinion of 20-year-old something guys.
We're all 25, Chris.
We're all 25 with little life experiences, but we're gonna give it our shot. We're gonna give it our best to answer these questions to the best that we can.
Together we're 75, so together we're very wise.
Yeah.
Very wise.
Very wise. It's a whole lifetime of knowledge.
So if you guys have any more suggestions of topics, questions you guys want answered, maybe at the end of the next week's podcast, we can answer those questions, give our little input. But tonight I'm going to hand it off to my man Orlando, where he has the questions. So let's get started, shall we?
We shall. So just a little clarification. We've asked our viewers multiple times to come and submit questions. We've never technically really...
Are you trying to say that we didn't run out of ideas?
No. We've never released any of the speed round questions. So
that is true.
I thought you were saying more of that we've never actually gotten a question, because we've done it before.
We always get questions. Shout out to all the faithful viewers, all 25.
Your questions didn't go unheard. They just never got released.
But they'll get released pretty soon, either via Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, True Social, WhatsApp group chats. We'll make sure that the information is out there pretty soon for all of y'all to watch. But so, guys, there's only one rule here, that there's no rules, but we are going to set some boundaries, though, all right? So these are speed round questions, so I'm going to ask you a question from a faithful, loyal viewer, and just give me your immediate response. If we prolong, that's cool, but let's just try to kill this pretty quick. So,
yes, sir.
The first question is from one of my friends from college, Brianna. So quick big shout out to Brianna.
Shout out.
She's about to graduate this semester, I believe. So congrats.
Sheesh.
And so she had an interesting question, and so we'll start off with you, Christian. What was your worst date?
My worst date? I mean, there's too many to go through, bro. Jesus.
Damn. Okay, let me start thinking.
Damn. Worst date? That was probably in high school. I was dating a girl, and then we went on a date. And for whatever reason, I guess she was one of those girls that couldn't go out without a chaperone, which was bullshit because we'd gone out before by ourselves. But her cousins came with, and the shit was just weird. Energy was off, and then we ended up breaking up after that. So that was about it. But it was just, the whole situation was just awkward.
Okay, but you don't have a specific date that you guys was the worst?
Bro,
what she just had a chaperone?
She just had a chaperone. It's fucking weird. I mean, I've been on dates with girls who had a chaperone when we were in high school. It was weird. That was by far the fucking worst.
Yeah.
By far.
Okay. All right, well, I'll go next. Okay, well, I have a screenshot of this that I sent to the boys. But basically, it was, I don't know if y'all laughing about the same thing, but I went on a date.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But midway through the date, I realized it was not a date. Y'all remember the screenshot that I sent you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I thought I was going on a date with some girl. And then I realized midway through, I guess it was just lunch. Meeting up for lunch, just trying to catch up, because she started mentioning her boyfriend in the middle of us having lunch. And I'm like, oh shit, I thought this was a date. and then I texted the boys in the group chat. I'm like, hey, yeah, this is not a date. It's just having lunch with a friend. I have the screenshot somewhere, but
I'm trying to pull it up, but I think the exact messages was, I'm on a date, but she's not.
Oh yeah, I don't know. We'll find it, but I think that would have to be the worst date I've ever been.
It's in the archives somewhere, but damn, that's tough.
Yeah,
that was a while back too, huh?
Yeah, that was a while back.
Man. Orlando, what was your worst date?
Orlando, what was your worst?
I've never gone on any dates. I don't know what a woman is.
Shit, you're so full of shit.
No, honestly, I can't really think of one. I I think during an awkward phase of my life, to where I went out.
Still the phase.
Hey, I mean, it is what it is, but I went out to movies with the girl. I just didn't know how to ask for a second date. So I think that was a failure on my part. I think that was my worst date. It was a really fun time. Like, we watched a movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but after that, we just kind of lost touch. And then at that point, I was like, man, Orlando, you're so freaking awkward. And so, to me, I probably had more worse dates, but I just can't think of anything on top of my head except for that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I mean, there's been a few where like the girl's just on her phone the whole time. It's just like, why the fuck am I here? Why'd you want to come out? Like, if you're just gonna be on your phone. So
Yeah, girls just want to have a nice meal.
hey, good girls just want to have fun. All right, what's the next question?
Okay, so the second question. So big shout out to my boy Janelle, at Texas A&M, and big shout out to one of our future governor, maybe president, who knows, Emmanuel
Guerrero, baby.
They want to know the facts from the boys. Why are gas prices so damn high?
Because this is Joe Biden's America, and that's the only reason why.
Biden's America, man.
Why, or how do I feel about it?
Both.
How do I feel about it? I was paying for jet fuel, so I'm not worried about it. You know, my car only takes the highest of gasoline, but I mean, it does hurt. My tank went from filling up on 35 to 50. So I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not gonna stop filling up. So what the hell am I gonna do about it besides bitch and complain? And as far as why are gas prices so high, probably because we're sanctioning people, and that's really the only thing that comes to mind.
Chris?
You're gonna have to pump either way. Like, if you're, posting, on your Instagram, let's go Brandon, or see them stickers.
I did that.
Joe Biden. I did that. Like, this shit's so fucking stupid. Sorry, cussing, but it's like, you're gonna have to pump gas either way. Like, gas prices were high. Well, actually, yeah, I don't think.
And y'all got to remember, gas prices are high because we were in COVID, and during COVID, gas prices went negative. So
yeah, we were negative.
We went from one extreme to the other.
Y'all are a lot of bullshit. I'm on the cool. Like, so our senior year of high school, gas prices were like $4 up to $5. Mr. George, I don't know if you're watching this, but big shout out to you. You taught me so much about economics. That's why I hate it so much. But he was always joking around and telling us, watch, by the time y'all are in your, freshman year of college, gas prices are going to be up the roof. So that was 2014. Mm-hmm. But in the summer, what happened is that gas prices kind of fell down to like about $3. And so at an early age, I always tell myself, like, just pay for the gas, never complain about it. And so that's the motto I've had. Like y'all said, you still have to pump. Now I might not be hitting up every single place I was hitting up before. But I'm just taking a step back, making sure whatever's important I come through. But I think the gas prices is because Trump left office. I'll tell you that much.
The president doesn't have that much control over gas prices.
No, my president was like, if I leave office, y'all are gonna find out what's really gonna happen. And now we're finding out this is Biden's America right here.
Trump's America. Trump also printed a shitload of money for COVID relief. That's part of the reason why we have inflation now. Yeah. Just saying. And on the side note, what you said,
because everybody from Aldi and their mama were begging for them.
Hey, but them stimmies hit though.
For the stimmy checks.
Yeah, don't tell me you didn't spend your stimmies, bro.
Yeah, I enjoyed those stimmies. I hope y'all did. This is which I should have saved y'all stimmies for whenever gas prices hit the roof.
Yeah.
No, as a good citizen, I returned it back with my RS paycheck. I'm just kidding.
But when we started driving, because I remember when I started driving, gas was expensive too. So it's like I was filling up with like $80 when it was like, I live in San Antonio, so it was a lot more expensive. It was like $4.50 a gallon. And then now to where it is, it's like, it's where I was used to it.
Yeah, and I was when I started Camaro back then.
But the only thing back then it was that I don't think inflation was high, but as well the earning wages weren't as the same. So I guess it kind of evens out in a sense.
I guess
because I was making like $10 an hour.
Oh, I mean, it hurt. That's what I'm saying. Like now, it was just like half my paycheck would go to gas. Now it's just like, yeah, fuck it.
It must be nice to make a nice living wage. Huh?
No,
right,
minimum to 15, baby.
All right, what's the next question?
All right. Next question. So big shout out to Jatsiri. She's also graduating this semester. Big shout out to you. We know you're gonna make the big bucks. You're gonna take us out of the hood.
She's gonna pay for our gas.
Hopefully. So Jatsiri asked, thoughts on housing market. Should we buy a house now or should we just live with our parents forever?
I'm never gonna. I'll say first and foremost, I'm not gonna live with my parents forever. That's for damn sure. So
damn, you got aggressive.
well, it's because like, how are you gonna live with your parents if you start a family? Shit.
No,
bro, it's like the basement's for everybody.
There's different cultures, bro. Like some cultures appreciate living with their parents.
Maybe you're multi-generational.
Yeah, no, that's not for me though.
Ah, damn, bro. So you already have a kid at the house.
That's true.
Shout out to my nephew.
Honestly, I'm gonna wait at least 2 years after starting my career. So, I've just bought a car and buying a house is next. So, yeah, I'm not gonna live with mom and dad forever.
So, should you buy a house now or wait? I'm not an expert. I don't know. Personal opinion, I would say you should wait. They're gonna raise interest rates, which is gonna make housing prices drop. There's also supply chain issues. So whenever those even out, it won't be as expensive to get a house. So I would say wait. You're going to pay a higher interest rate, but whenever they drop interest rates, just refinance, get that low rate. You got a house, you're good. Save your money.
And just wait for people to foreclose.
You got to buy cash, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Jatsiri,
well, if
you'll
you're
be making the big bucks. Save your money and then just cash out.
Buy cash.
Yeah.
What about you, Orlando?
My opinion. So my mom told me she doesn't want me to move out until I get married. So I said fine. I'm cool with it. Even now, I don't think I could afford to with my lavish lifestyle and all that.
Are you really gonna wait till you get married to move out?
So look. So if I don't get married by 30,
Playboy Mansion.
At 30, I'm moving out.
Playboy Mansion.
Well, I don't know about. Well, we said yes one time, but I'm not too sure anymore.
Oh,
because somebody's over here in their feelings. No, but I think you should wait you should wait to buy a house. It's everything's super expensive right now.
You're gonna get into a bidding war. It's not worth it. Like you're gonna risk it going up a little bit more, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take to see if shit evens out and balances out. Because you gotta in the event that we do get a recession, people are also gonna be scared. The demand for houses are gonna go down. So again, that would be a better buying opportunity than now when everybody's FOMOing into buying houses.
Yeah, and so I think I'm gonna wait for sure. There is something that I want to buy right now, and it's a land.
A land? Oh, land.
So I do want to buy land. I would recommend to go that route if you want to buy something. Where? I have no idea. It's just wherever you want.
Nice.
All right. So the next question is from our boy, all the way from Nashville. No, I'm just kidding. He's not that fancy yet. All the way from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, isn't it Lincoln or Clinton, Tennessee?
Oh yeah, Clinton, Tennessee.
Tennessee. But fuck no, from the boonies of Tennessee.
He wanted to talk about finances. So I guess are you good or bad with them?
I'll let Chris go first since we started over there.
Okay. Well, I haven't been too far into where in my career where I've made a lot of money, but I've managed to come this far. In terms of good or bad, I mean, I guess I'm okay. Like I'm not blowing through my money, and I'm not, and I'm saving and stuff like that. And I don't max out my credit cards. I pay them off whenever I can, but I guess I don't really have that much experience yet because I've been in school mode for like the past 8 years. So I just been managing. I've never been like struggling. Like I've never like been like that broke college kid that I have to eat ramen noodles for lunch, dinner. But that's mostly because I had mommy and daddy's money.
Hey, big shout out to them.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. If you got it like that, congratulations to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, but I mean,
hey, that's the goal though. Like if you can support your children, go ahead and support them. You know, they don't have to struggle.
Yeah.
Nah, hell no. I'm making my kids pay for their school. I'm not paying for their shit.
Yeah, I mean, luckily they pay for my school, well, up until law school. But other than that, I mean, now I'm starting to start my career. So I just been budgeting. I did buy a new car recently, like I just said. It may have not been the smartest decision.
He got FOMO.
He'll regret it like in a year from now. Or
For those watching, he scraped his rim on the curb and said, I need a new car. This one's broken.
I did not.
he got to like that.
You
My
got it like
axle broke on my car.
No,
okay?
no. It was just a little scratch. He was still drivable.
Yeah, right. They pocket watch.
Hey, he's driving a pretty good car right now though. We can't complain.
Yeah.
We make he's safe.
Yeah, he's good. All right, I guess I'll answer the questions. Finances, am I good with them? I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
No.
I have a little bit of an addiction, a little bit of a gambling addiction. It isn't blackjack, it isn't poker, it's trading options via stocks
On the stock market.
And some days you're up big, and some days you question life itself. So I haven't lost any money. I haven't made a lot of money because if I lost,
you made kind of a lot of money, but then you lost a lot of money.
We're still up. We're still up pretty good, but this week hurt. I'm not gonna lie, but no, I like to save. I like to invest.
Shout out to Biden. If Trump were still president,
if Trump
Be a
were still
different
president,
story.
we'd be nuking each other. But whatever. But back to Chris's comment. I think the reason why I'm like this is because I was really broke in college. I never liked asking my parents for money, although they did offer to help, and they did help in certain aspects. But like as far as actually paying for school and all my like day-to-day stuff, that was all me. So I was at the Chick-fil-A line making life decisions over a $3 sandwich, and that made me the way I am. So I like to save, and I'm anal about my finances. Hence why I still drive the same car that I did when I was in college, and I'm gonna ride that bitch till the wheels fall off.
Christian made a funny observation. I've gone through 3 cars now in the past 8 years, and he still has the same one.
I've known Chris since the year of high school. He's had 3 cars in the duration that I've had 1. So,
well, technically, you had that Ford Explorer. Shout out to Ford.
Yeah, shout out to Ford Explorer.
I had a hoopty Ford Explorer that we sold for $500, and now I have a spaceship that's maybe worth $500. So
It's a complete circle.
hey,
man.
but it turns on. Sometimes it throws a little bit of a fit, but it gets me to where I need to be. So I'm saving up to, I don't know what the fuck I'm saving up for, but I'm saving.
Is Saturn an American car?
Yeah, it's a GM.
Shout out to all the American cars out there.
Shout out.
All right, and so for me, I'll be honest with y'all. I'm terrible at finances. Like, I've been saying I'm gonna get out of debt for a long time, and that's like my car notes and all that stuff. There's some credit card debt. I've managed to tackle a lot of it, but I'm a dumbass at the end of the day. But this is the year. I'm mark my words, and I'm gonna pay off all that. And next year, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, but I'm gonna be pretty good. I hope. It's been kind of hard. I've only traveled once this year.
Ooh.
I've had the urges so bad to go travel.
FOMO?
Not FOMO because I've experienced it all already.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
you just wanted to relive it twice.
Again, every single year, but this year it's about patience and prosperity out here. So, so a big shout out to Pelon about finances. We hope your finances are doing well. Recently, new house owner,
New house, new truck,
and a new kid too.
and a new kid. He adopted a new cat. That man's living the true American dream. So, but we know Pelon. I know he's
True
good with
American
money.
dream.
And
'Cause-
without Brianna, none of this would be.
You know how I
possible.
know Pelon's good with money? Because he Venmos you for each beer that you drink. So he's good. He makes sure he makes sure that his checkbook at the end of the month is balanced. I'm not worried.
He
about it.
breaks even.
Yeah, so we're good. As long as people need to store hazardous materials, that man has a job. So it's all good.
Hey, but a good talking about like Venmoing for beer and all that. Monica, shout out to our friend Monica, civil engineer, making them big bucks too. She asked drinking habits, healthy versus not healthy ones, and some of your past experience or stories that you want to share.
From drinking?
Yeah, like do you have any good habits, bad habits, and
Well,
something you want to share?
I guess I started drinking in high school.
I started drinking at the age of 10.
Yeah. But I mean, when I was in high school, it was just house parties. It was nothing too serious, just having fun.
Shout out to Leo.
Shout out to Leo.
Hey,
and then,
Leo, thank you for the house party, bro. I really appreciate it.
and then college was the same thing. It's just drinking, having fun. And then it was my first year going into second year of law school. COVID. I was living on my own. I did develop a bad habit of becoming borderline alcoholic. I ended up having to take like AA at my law school. Basically, I was drinking like 3-4 glasses of whiskey a day, like one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then two in the
It's only
evening.
one though.
First time I hear about it.
No, he told us about it.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so
Sent us pictures with the whiskey bottle in the background of his class.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would drink during class. I would drink at my 9 a.m. class.
But this is all online.
Oh shit! At
online,
9
right?
a.m.
Yeah,
just for the fuck of it.
yeah.
You just
'cause
wanted to feel something, huh?
I just wanted to feel something. Like I was just numb. Like it was rough. But yeah, I mean, and then any crazy story I've gone drinking. Let me see.
Saving for the archives.
No, I mean I've never blacked out. Luckily,
You're full of shit.
I've never blacked
You're
out.
full of shit.
When?
When we went to Mardi Gras.
I don't. Does that count out? Does that count
Nah,
as blacking out?
You drove yourself home after I dropped myself off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess you're
Because
good.
I can boot and rally. Like I can drink heavy and then throw up and then feel completely fine afterwards.
That was I seen you throw up twice. That was the first time.
Yeah, it was bad. But I've never drank in my life.
What was the question?
Who are you, me?
You better not say that bullshit. I'll call you out. What was the question? Drinking?
Yeah. So drinking habits. Have you had any healthy experiences or unhealthy experiences?
Wait, how could you have healthy experiences with?
I mean, there's social drinking where you just go out and maybe have a glass of wine or whatever, and then unhealthy ones, of course, the ones you mentioned,
I think we've all had an experience with both.
and then the story time.
Personally, I'm not honest. Like I drink socially, but I'm never gonna like just drink on my own. That's not my thing. And then it also depends who I'm around. If I'm in a comfortable situation, like I feel like I can still be in control. Like if I'm around y'all, I don't care. I'll get drunk. It doesn't bother me. But if I'm around just like random people, I'm gonna have 4 glasses of whiskey at max, and that's it. 4, I'll be buzzing good, chilling, wake up, nothing ever happened. I don't think I've ever had any bad habits with alcohol. But as far as story times, it's not any particular story, but whenever, like, I guess late in high school and early in college, I always used to love getting people fucked up. It was just fun.
You would literally see him carrying around a bottle of Amsterdam or
Amsterdam, like it got to the point where somebody coined me the Grim Reaper. So
Shout out to the people at the gas station that would sell you, or the
Hell
corner
yeah.
store.
shout out to I can't say this liquor store's name.
No, you can, of course, but just shout out to
Shout out to the little Asian lady. Big party. She's like, you been here before? I was like, I've been here every weekend. Pull up 3-4 bottles. But I used to love going around telling people, take a shot, I'll take a shot. I'd just put it to my lips. I wouldn't take the shot and I would watch them chug it. Do go around doing that all night. You just see people fucked up. Or I used to like picking people up, passing them the bottle, and then just having them throw it back. Like, let's see how many seconds you can get. And then about 10, 15 minutes later, you just see them puking their brains out. It was beautiful. That was my toxic trait.
So about me, I've never drank in my life. Would be a lie.
I was about to say, my name is Orlando and I'm an alcoholic.
You're like, what's the question again?
Yeah.
No, so with me, it's kind of curious. I've never. I remember the first time I tried liquor, alcohol, whatever. I was maybe like 10 years old. It was the nastiest thing I ever tasted. And I vowed that day that I would never drink again. Come to find out, once I turned 21, that was a lie.
That was also our fault though, because we would say come out, and then you wouldn't drink, but then at one point you just caved in, and then that's when Fun Orlando came out.
And not necessarily. I mean, I guess once I turned 21, I was like, okay, I'm old enough to do this. I can hang out, whatever. It was a fun experience, but as far as unhealthy, I don't think I've had any unhealthy experiences. I've always kind of kept my limit. I've never blacked out. I've never had a hungover, or I've never been hungover the next day. I try to take care.
Hangover?
No,
oh, me either.
Really?
Yeah, never had a hangover.
I wake up fine.
Jesus.
I mean, now I'm a little older, so like I don't do that as much anymore. So I don't think my body might. I don't think it'll be able to handle it, but I don't know. But I guess a funny story is like, I guess back in the day whenever I would hang out with y'all, I wouldn't drink at all, but I would pass out the bottle and kind of like
You were always a good time without even having to drink.
Yeah.
So it was.
I was pretty cool. A kind of funny experience is that I think it was for my 22nd birthday. It was Leo, Chris, and another friend. We went to Midtown for my birthday. And so all I remember is that we ended up that night doing shots. I don't know. We ended up doing like 12 shots.
I still like doing that though.
And so at the end of the night, they've asked me like, "Hey, we can drive you to the house. Are you good?" And I swear I was still fine. But to the point whenever I walked from the Midtown to where my car was parked, I had just completely lost it. So I went to CVS. I bought some chips and I stayed in the parking garage for like an hour, like just contemplating my life.
Damn, I don't remember that.
Huh?
I don't remember that, but
I'll give you a little bit more details and show you pictures off camera. But it was a fun night. But that little time, I was like, Orlando, you need to stop being a little, what? I drove myself home, made it alive. I'm still here.
damn.
And the fun experience was actually not too long ago. Whenever we went to the river,
Oh,
our friend Edie's organized a whole party river. I'm not too sure why. What was the reason for it? But big shout out to my lawyer right here. He took care of me. He drove me all the way to New Braunfels and he drove me back home.
oh, that same night.
Yep.
Safe and sound, huh?
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself that day. But yeah, that was my experience. I don't recommend drinking and driving. We don't condone that in this podcast.
You should know. Like if you don't know at one point, like you're diving off the deep end, you should probably stop. But I got a quick question: beer, wine, or liquor?
Whiskey.
Whiskey, beer, wine, or liquor?
Coke and whiskey, and that's basically a bunch of like maybe 7/8 whiskey, 1/8 Coke.
Do y'all like beer?
Those Sekis.
Do you like beer?
With time, yeah, I think I've acquired a taste.
I just wanted to take this moment to express my hatred for beer.
Makes you fat.
Shit's for peasants.
Well, I don't know.
Kings drink.
Well, you're still a peasant, so I don't know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, I'm an aspiring king though.
All right.
All right, so next question. I guess just do you believe in the Illuminati? Shout out to Clarissa for this question.
Illuminati.
I'll start. Sorry, I'll just say no and yes, it's real.
No and yes, it's real.
Yes, it's real.
So no, you don't believe in the Illuminati, but yes, it's real.
Yes, for the camera purposes, that's my response.
Oh, you don't want to end up Epstein or what?
Exactly.
Okay, Chris.
The Illuminati is like a secret organization that controls the world.
Yeah.
Basically. I would like to think it does not exist. It's just something that people make up as a boogeyman. But if it were to exist, our whole society would collapse. I think.
Well,
if they were
technically,
exposed.
isn't the Freemasons part of the Illuminati?
Yeah, but that's old. That's ancient.
Yeah,
It would be more like the Bilderberg Group or something.
Well, yeah, that's my opinion. I have no
the
further
Economic
comments about
Forum.
it.
Do I think Illuminati exists? Yes, but not like the way people think. I think it's just a collection of very wealthy and powerful people who try to push things and narratives in a certain direction. I think that's pretty transparent and pretty clear if you look. I don't necessarily think it's people in black, capes and shit doing chants and all that weird stuff. I think it's just a collection of powerful and wealthy people making decisions.
You're a bunch of lies.
Me?
It does exist, both of y'all.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
so is the little triangle on the back of the
The dollar
100
bill.
Illuminati?
Yes, sir.
Because all the founding fathers were Freemasons, right?
Of course.
So this country was founded by the Illuminati. So we are the Illuminati.
Ideally, yes.
All right, let's get it.
Stay
All right.
woke. Stay woke, my friends.
Next question.
Don't forget, we get all of our facts from WhatsApp group chats, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram,
and Donald Trump.
CNN.
Truth Social.
Was that ONN News? But all right, let me just stop playing around. All right, so the next question. So big shout out to Miranda. She said her mind went blank, so she doesn't have any questions. Miranda, we want to give you a big shout out. I admire Miranda because I don't know too many people that just leave like their home and move to a different city for a job. So big shout out to all the people that do that. I don't know. Would y'all be able to do that? I guess that's my question for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
move to a different city and start from zero?
Yeah, if it paid
I mean,
more.
you're not starting for zero. You're getting paid. So I mean,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ideally you kind of are because you don't have a home. Whenever you get there, you kind of have to establish all that stuff.
yeah, but we're coming from a different cultural perspective. I think for us, I think people who are more assimilated to American culture, that would be more normal. I think we're just mama's boys.
Okay, I would say I don't think it would be easy for me, but I would give it a try.
But she said blank. I don't have a question, so blank. I don't have an answer.
Same.
Well, big shout out to you, Miranda, wherever you're watching.
Big
this
shout out, Miranda.
from. All right, next question is from my friend Susan. Big shout out to you, Susan, because this is a question that we didn't want to answer. Really, we didn't want to really touch because our masculinity or how do you say
Masculinity,
is gonna get hurt.
because
So
it's toxic, bro.
So she says, do you find intimidating if a woman has herself together, she's independent, either on all aspects?
You would only feel like what was it? What was the word she used? You would feel
Intimidated.
you would only feel intimidated if you're insecure. So no, like it doesn't bother me. To the contrary, I think it would be more annoying if somebody didn't have their life together, because then I feel like I'm their parent and not the person that I'm dating. So no, if anything, that's actually really attractive.
You know what, Susan, and for any female viewer that's out there watching and want to know the answer from me, any single girls out there,
Slide
hey,
in the DMs.
yes, I'm ready to get out of the hood. I'm ready to move out. I'm ready to be taken care of. Come take care of me.
You have your life together. Orlando will
Yeah.
give you what you need. He will not push back on your independence.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and I think I've said this before, but I would not be intimidated at all. On the contrary, I want to be a stay-at-home husband. I want to take care of the kids. I want to, clean, cook. If you got your stuff together, baby, then
Let's rock and
Could
roll.
you? Do you think you really could do that?
yeah.
For real?
If I knew I was maintained and I knew I didn't have to worry about bills or anything.
Yeah, but then you gotta kiss her ass the whole time, because it's like, fuck, she need you for.
But I'm an attorney. Like I could do like sideline stuff. Like
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like just like pure stay at home dad. Like,
yeah, nah.
like you
I
pay
ain't
the
go to
rent,
school.
but
I didn't go to
you-
school for nothing. Like I would still, make money to like, do
Okay.
my shit. But if she was the
If
breadwinner,
she was the breadwinner, you're cool with it.
Hey,
Hey,
Chris would make enough money to go buy Beamers and go play golf at the golf course.
that's the life right there, bro. Like,
So would it bother you if a chick made more money than you?
Of course not. I think at this point she already is.
Ooh.
no, and then like the thing is that like the culture has changed where like women I think are on pace to make more or
Hey, that's sexist.
more
Bro.
likely
They make
to-
75 cents on the dollar. Calm down.
Well, they're like it's a trend that they're on their way of like because I think
They're
school
more
now-
educated.
Yeah, school
in total.
school now is being more dominated by women. I think our law school is more women than men. So
Well, so
props
you know,
to
women
them.
love to argue and they love to fight and they don't know.
Jesus, bro.
Hey,
shut up.
I will
You're gonna
say
be a stay at home dad, not with that attitude.
I will say I think we kind of missed the ball here. We could have definitely talked about International Women's Day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, we could record it afterwards if you don't want.
I mean,
Nah, I'm good.
I believe in equal rights. So if it's International Women's Day, it's also my day. So there we go.
Yeah.
And why are you just subjecting one group of people?
Right,
There's
bro.
multiple genders.
What if I don't
Oh
identify as a woman or a man? What if I
Next
identify
question,
as,
please, Your Honor.
as non-binary or plural?
No, but to answer your question on a serious note, no, I would not be intimidated. Of course, finances should be something that's shared with each other in the sense like knowledge. I believe that if you're together, then you should have mutual goals and you should achieve them. And also, I don't think you should be controlling each other's money. So let's just say you say 60% goes into the house, future savings. And then if you're left off with 20, 30, 40%, then just do whatever the hell you want with it. But don't cheat on me though, because I want to be able to handle it.
But caveat: everybody's gonna say they're not intimidated, but a lot of people are gonna be.
Exactly.
The way you would probably know if somebody's not gonna be intimidated by you is if they also got their shit together, because then there's nothing for them to be intimidated by, because they're
Yeah, well, I
y'all on the
guess
same
that's why
level.
we would say.
Yeah.
You know, but But in my perspective, I pay for all the dates. Girl, let me take care of you beforehand.
Nah, you're paying
and-
for my date. I'll tell you that.
And once we get married, you can take care of me for life.
I would still pay. We take turns. Like, you want to do something, bring me with you. I want to do
Yeah,
something.
I think Pelon even says like
It
him
just
and-
depends like whose activity it is. Like, but if it's just like spur of the moment, I'll just take my card. It's whatever.
Next question.
All right. So next question. Shout out to Shauna. She asked Shania. Sorry, I'm can't pronounce.
Cancel.
Sorry. She asked, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So at 30.
Fuck, bro. That dirty 30.
30?
Chris, do you have an idea?
No clue, but I think in 5 years I would hope to have been married, have a kid already.
Ladies.
You got a year and a half to conquer his heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I would
If Chris was a stock, it's going parabolic. That's all I'm gonna say.
exponential.
To the moon, baby.
Yeah, I think that's it. I mean,
You want like the traditional like family white picket fence, just suburban
yeah,
dad life.
and I had about a house already.
And yeah, so I don't know like particularly, but yeah, house, chilling. Hopefully, I don't work for anybody by that point. Hopefully, my gambling addiction pays off and I can make it big. And if not, if I don't make it big, hopefully I can do that for a living because I like it. It's fun and nobody tells me what to do but me.
Me and Christian are going to be living together in 5 years.
Oh yeah, Playboy Mansion. Playboy Mansion.
Chris,
if Chris isn't married and single, he will also be there.
Too.
Open
Gotcha.
invitation. Whenever she kicks you out and you're in the doghouse, the Playboy Mansion is a doghouse.
No, in all seriousness, I hope to be educated finally. I should finish school by the age of 30.
Hey, bro, it's better than never.
Yeah, I mean, by time I don't care. I mean, I probably made more money than most of y'all watching, so
Ooh,
no comment.
ooh, ooh. Like Chris says, quit pocket watching.
Hey, but I do want to finish school, not only for me but for my parents and my brothers, just to give them a good example. And then I just want to have a ranch. I want to have like start off with at least 5 acres.
Start off?
Yeah.
Jesus. You're going to live in the buttfuck nowhere if you're going to buy 5 acres.
Of course, yeah. I don't want to be next to anyone. I'll tell you that much. Except for you, my future wife.
Can I build a basement on your ranch? I'll consider that owning a house.
Sure. but since we're in Houston, you'll probably drown in that basement.
Oh, I'll just build an attic then. If we can't build it down below, we'll build it up top. Don't worry.
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
So thank you for the question. 5 years. Thank you for just showing us how crappy our life is right now.
Yeah, thank you for shitting on us.
Okay, I believe this is the last question. I think I saved it. The most important question. Big shout out to Janelle because you're the only person that seems to care about our podcast and the future of it. And so his first question is, where do you see the podcast in a year? And I'll answer with hopefully not canceled.
I'll answer the same way. Hopefully not cat. Like, it's fun. Hopefully we can keep doing it. If anything, it serves as an excuse for us to just hang out. In all honesty, I enjoy it. So, I mean, hopefully we can keep it going. We keep doing it. And hopefully they get better, And then, obviously, hopefully more of y'all keep watching. So...
But like you said, we came here at 7:30 and we didn't start till like 8:30. So
yeah,
for an hour we gossiped, we talked crap about each other.
Yeah, we had girls chat,
Yep.
just minus the wine, but we had coffee instead.
Yeah. Well, in a year, I mean, I hope we will keep continuing this. I mean, it is pretty fun. I think I've learned more about Orlando, Leo, and Christian, and I guess it just solidifies our friendship even more.
Yeah.
Cue the sound clip.
Aww.
But in a year, I would hope to think we would have more traction if we keep being consistent, which we have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess, hopefully we can have like a better couches than grandma couches.
Hopefully we have,
Well, we just know that we're gonna be somewhere else pretty soon. We all positive vibes, always thinking forward. In a year, we hope to have.
We hit 50 subs, so we figured, it's time to go big.
We're at 48, so two more.
Two more people subscribe. Y'all get a new look at the custom studio that we built.
Hey, but for real, I think a good goal in a year would to get a real sponsorship.
A real sponsorship?
Well, Christian wants
Shout out
to have
to
1,000
Perla
subs.
Western Wear. Huh?
You want to have 1,000 subs? You said in a year.
Oh fuck, bro.
By the end of the year.
Let's hit 100 first.
Hey, but in reality, I just want to have stickers. That way we can.
Fucking Orlando asked us if we wanted stickers in the group chat. Nobody responded, and he left the chat for 3 days. He was in his feelings, but he came back. I'm glad to see you here.
But comment down below if you guys would like a sticker. Maybe we can do a giveaway.
A
or
sticker.
We can do 100
hoodies.
subscriber. Nah, that's a little bit too.
No. You know what? I'm gonna sponsor this right here. If you want a sticker, message me. I'll mail one out to you for free. Or if I see you, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm gonna make you pay for it.
All right.
Well, let me revise his statement as his attorney to make sure we're good on legal terms on that. But I think we're good.
Yeah, I think that's all we got.
Well, there's another question to it. Very quickly, do we have it was a one or more than one part question. So like, stickers is one of the goals. Hopefully maybe have a shirt, a mug, that way you could enjoy as sipping your favorite wine or whatever.
Hopefully we have headphones by then.
Hopefully, I think we should.
Hopefully we're on the Joe Rogan podcast talking about our podcast by then. I mean, he's not that far away.
I hope so.
You know.
So the other one was like, what goals do we have for the podcast?
We just talked about them. Have a more
as far as content.
I mean, obviously be consistent, right?
Yeah.
We did the Ukraine episode. So originally the idea that we had for the podcast was to be mainly political with a little bit about ourselves.
We wanted to get, I want to get canceled. So
Orlando said he wants to get canceled, but every time he comes up, he says, I won't go into detail about that right now.
Yeah. But I think in terms of content, I think we want to, discuss more current events, talk about politics, stuff like that a little bit more. But I think we want to be more informed.
Well, Chris, answer this before you continue. Describe each of our single political views. Like, I guess the three of us that are present.
And then I'll let you know if they're correct or not.
Well, I am very moderate. I would like to think so. I mean, I really don't subscribe myself to the left or the right. Sometimes I disagree with the left. Sometimes I'll agree with it.
He's full of shit. He's an AOC
Vice
fan.
versa. I am an AOC fan. But,
Bernie, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a Bernie bro. But I mean, I really don't let politics be as polarizing as it currently is, especially since it shouldn't really be polarizing, but I guess that's the way it is now. Orlando is very far to the right. I would say.
Is he alt-right? Is he a Proud Boy?
No, he's not that right, but he is. He's right in the sense of like conspiracy theories, anti.
Well, both have conspiracy theories.
Yeah, but like you believe in, but you're a Christian, so
it makes
you
sense.
can't. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. I just know that you're right.
Well, I'm really right.
You said he's bigoted.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian, but I think I'm one of the type of people that I'll agree to disagree. Let's work together. Let's move on.
Unless you don't respond to stickers and he just cancels you.
You know what? There was another question I had asked previously. No one replied back to me. It seems like sometimes I'm the only one that cares. And so, I got my feelings, so just let it be.
All right, Chris, where do I stand politically? And then you can close us out.
I think Christian stands in, I'm going to quote, I don't give a fuck about anything. I just want to make more money kind of way. But in a sense, he cares about the economy. So I really can't pinpoint you in any direction.
Alrighty.
But you seem like the kind of person. You're more libertarian. I will say that.
Yeah, that's probably.
But because he's like, you really don't care about what other people are doing.
Nah. So socially liberal, fiscally conservative. That's
Yeah.
And so I don't have any party to vote for. It's just kind of like, shit, which two of these dickheads do I choose?
Yeah.
Who's telling me the better lie and who's actually going to fulfill?
Yeah.
Shout out to Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
Hey,
shout out to Biden.
Before
Shout
we
out to
move
Rand
on,
Paul.
do we have time for one more question? I think we've been recording for about 40 minutes. One more question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this is my little cousin Isabella. She just sent this to me. Yesterday was her birthday.
Happy birthday, Isabella.
It was March 10th, March
Yes,
9th. Sorry.
Happy birthday, Isabella.
Happy birthday, Isabella. So
Bella.
she was born and raised in New York, and she just asked, talk about life growing up in Texas. Well, we all grew up in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Life growing up in Texas. I mean, relative to her, I guess we're like way more spread out. So just you grow up anywhere, it's pretty similar. You're just hanging out with your friends and stuff, jumping on trampolines, running to my friends' houses, playing street football, basketball, going to my neighborhood in San Antonio. We had a pool, so going to the pool.
Yeah,
so
that's about right.
Just getting into airsoft fights with my friends, and
we're not all riding horses right now, so
yeah.
I
grew up riding a horse to school.
It's the same thing as your childhood, except we drive trucks, wear boots, and we're spaced out.
And we're Republicans.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Well, there's another question if you guys want to
send it.
Well, I didn't answer it my part, but
sorry,
but I didn't have it as good as them. I lived on the side where there were still a lot of white people. Me growing up, they're all older, no kids, and to go to Chris's side of the street, I had to walk. It felt like 6 miles at the age of 6.
Just ride your bike or your scooter, dude.
Hey, some of those didn't have that at the time.
You should have told me I would have picked you up and put you on the pegs. Ride the Huffy down the street.
Hey, but I had a good childhood. I can't complain. Yeah. Texas is beautiful. I don't know. I don't know what it is to grow up outside of Texas, but that's it for me.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can compare it to New York and Texas because their attitudes are, we're completely different from them because I guess they're more like anal about things and they're more like rude. You've been to New York, like they're more like
they're quick to pop off.
Yeah,
I don't know. I wear my cowboy boots and I act like if I own the city.
We live in Houston though, so it's still big city life. I don't think I think they're probably more similar than they are.
Well, I have a friend. She asked, "Have you ever witnessed a Karen? And what are your thoughts on being a Karen?"
Have I ever let you go?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I witnessed one a few days ago. I was actually on the phone with my friend Pelon, aka Christian Salero Bueno,
aka Mexican Caillou,
aka you left us,
aka fake friends.
next podcast.
Not to name names.
No, but I was on the phone with them, and then I was at the church volunteering, and so basically I was charging for parking because we have baseball fields, and so. A lot of people complain about the parking prices. Some of them just, had enough money where they pulled out $100 bills or they just paid. So it's $10. And so, I really don't care if you pay or not because that's just who I am. Like, but if you won't pay, I am going to let you know, like, hey, you had to pay, but if you don't want to pay, cool. So there's this guy that kind of just drove off through the side and I went up to him and then his wife, I'm assuming it was his wife, she kind of just gave me a whole Karen attitude about like, here, oh, you want the money? Here's the money. Here's the money. And then her husband just told me like, hey, dude, I'm sorry. I just came to drop her off, walk her to get something to drink, and then I'm taking off. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool, man. So I was kind of cool with the guy, but the woman, she just, it was a scary experience. I thought I wasn't gonna make it out alive, but I made it.
Have I ever had an experience with a Karen? No, thankfully not. What are my opinions on Karens? It's not that serious. Calm down.
Shout out to my little cousin Karen.
Curb your entitlement, please. You're not special. There's 7 or 9 billion people in the world.
Yeah.
Sit the fuck down.
Yeah, I've never witnessed it, but I feel like if I actually were to do it or were to see it, especially like in a retail or a restaurant scenario.
Even when I worked retail, I never had anybody like come at me like that.
I've had someone come at me like that.
Really?
Yeah, some guy he bought a pallet of picket fences.
Oye, primo.
No. It was a white guy. He had bought a pallet of.
Why do you got to bring out race out
picket
here?
fences.
He's fishing.
So this is give you background, and then he comes. He's like red, like he's white red, and he's
lobster.
Yeah, huh? Lobster. Yeah, and he's like, hey, you come over here, and he's pointing at me, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? Like, how can I help you? And then he's like, and then he started saying like, you son of a bitch, you lied to me, this and that. Like, because he was telling me basically that I sold him a pallet of picket fences way overpriced because Home Depot came out with an ad for the same picket fences but cheaper price. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah. People always bitching about
And
it.
so
Or they
he
would
started
break the wood to get a discount.
Yeah, so he started, bitching and complaining, like, you lied to me, like, you made me overpay, like, I want a refund and this and that. I'm like, sir, and like, this dude was ready to fight me. Like, I'm like, bro, like dead ass. And I was like, look, I spoke to my supervisor. If you bring the pallet back, we can exchange refund for the price. And he's like, well, I can't do that because I already put up half the fence. I'm like, so what did you come expecting to get out of this transaction? He was like, I wanted to give you a piece of my mind and I want to get my money back. And I'm like, all right, man, like you really want to go at this right now? I'm like, let's go. And then that's when my supervisor was like, nah, Chris, like, go in the back room, man. But that was
Wait, but this was over the phone or he came to?
No, he came to Home Depot.
Oh, shit.
I was ready to fight that man, dude, because he came at me like trying to fight me, dude.
Should have grabbed the picket fence, broke it over his fucking head.
Yeah, but you want to add something, Orlando? If not, I'm ready to close
Be nice
this
to
out.
retail workers. Be
nice to retail workers.
They're just trying to make their money. They don't. That's not their store. They don't. In all honesty, they don't give a fuck. When I worked at Home Depot, asked me all kinds of dumb questions, like if I'm a specialist at gardening. Like, I don't even know what kind of flower that is, bro. Just plant it and it'll grow.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, no, some of them are douchebags that act like they own the whole store. I went to McDonald's a few days ago. I didn't go to McDonald's. I did go to McDonald's.
Shout out Hot and Spicy's.
And I asked for an extra syrup. The lady acted to me. She acted like, 25 cents or blah, blah, blah. We don't give out nothing here for free. And so I was already pissed off, but I maintained my composure. And then I went and she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, well, I was in the drive-thru. You clearly told me 25 cents for the syrup. But yeah, that's my final story. So I don't know. Some people go above and beyond. I know one of the top guys at that McDonald's branch, but I stayed quiet.
Yeah.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who I know?
Well, I think that's all we have for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to another episode of Already Canceled Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. You've listened to Christian and Orlando. We've given you our answers to certain topics. We look forward to doing more of these kind of things. So if you guys have any questions you'd like for us to answer in the future, just leave it down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share on Instagram whenever we post. We sure love the exposure and we want to, grow as much as we can. So we look forward to next time seeing you guys. And that's it from us. Have a good night.
Leo just texted me. He said if we get 50 subs, he'll come back.